The Pride could not overcome a slow start and struggles at the free throw line and from behind the arc yesterday. Lake Superior State was led by Keemon Bassett. Had a team-high 19 points in their 75-64 win. The battle of the bigs between Bassett and Friels will be key again today. The Pride look for the split against the Lakers next. Welcome to Pride Basketball, everybody. With Brooke Weisbrod, I'm Sam Michael, and we saw a Lake Superior State victory yesterday. They're 2-1 now, the Pride falling to 1-2. But PNW hoping for the split today, and if they're going to get it, Brooke, it's going to have to be a lot more Jairus Friels, but he had 25 yesterday, so he'll need some help.
Yeah, he does, and it starts really with the turnovers and the execution. I mean, you and I just talked about it. The Pride has got to come out with a more settled, a more focused, a more dialed-in approach. And what we saw yesterday was just turnovers that led to the loss.
Yeah, sloppy start early. They kind of righted the ship a little bit, but then Lake Superior State with guys like Justin Fisher and Bassett, who we mentioned, really kept things calm and really controlled everything in that entire second half. So the Pride hoping to flip that script today, and we'll see if they can do so. We'll have the starters and the tip-off when we come back.
There's a lot at stake in the manufacturing process. Rightly so. Your business serves a vital and important part within your industry segment. From rail, to energy, to off-highway, your products are highly engineered and require top-quality craftsmanship to withstand the demands of continuous use and extreme conditions. Multiple industries rely on Hammond Machines' quality manufacturing processes for parts that need to endure tough environments and meet rigorous industry standards.
I welcome you to take a closer look at Hammond Machine Works and consider us for your next project.
The JED TV app is available on your smartphone and streaming devices. If you downloaded the WGLB Network app, then you're good to go. The same app with a new name. If not, head to the App Store on your phone or streaming device. And right now, you'll be able to watch JED in the Region Rush Hour, and all PNW and high school sports right in the palm of your hand or in the comfort of your own living room. That's the JED TV app, available on all streaming devices.
Back here at John Friend Court at the Fitness and Recreation Center as the Pride look for this split of this quick two doubleheader setup that we have this year, Friday and Saturday games. We'll see it all year long these next 2 months as the women and men will rotate, one home, one away. And in fact, the women on the road right now at Lake Superior State saw they were winning 30-28 at the break. So wishing them and Coach Courtney Locke the best of luck today as well. But, Brooke, as we mentioned, a lot of keys today for PNW. They'll start the same five: Cooper, Boyle, Barnard, Friels, and Miscavige. So Boomer not changing up that starting five that struggled a bit at the beginning of the game. He's just expecting them to be a little more settled and better today.
Yeah, I mean, Boomer's big phrase is pace with poise, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what we hope to see in the beginning. Just even the first few possessions of the game. You want to establish yourself as saying, all right, we saw what we did last night. We had a lot of energy. Now we're settled in. Pride's been hurt a little bit. You know, you don't want to take that home loss. So I think it's really important to set the tone early. Play with pace, but play with aggressive pace, and don't foul.
Same starters as well for Steve Hettinga. Coaching his 14th season at the helm. He's built a really good program at Lake Superior State. Wren, Robinson, Bassett, Fisher, and Malik Adams. Adams, we mentioned yesterday, kind of coming back to full strength with that ACL. He wasn't himself, so to speak, from a couple of years ago, but he had some timely shots knocked down. The real stars were Keemon Bassett and Justin Fisher, and I was talking with Athletic Director Rick Costello before about Fisher, and This isn't a shot at him at all, but if you look at his game, he doesn't do anything spectacular. He just does everything really, really well.
Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, he's not the guy that you're going to pick up on the playground. You don't identify him and say, oh, dude can play.
Yeah.
But once you start watching him, he understands angles. He takes care of the ball. He's a playmaker. And it just goes to show, you don't have to be the most athletic, jump the highest, be the fastest guy on the court. You have to understand basketball and angles, and he does.
He was so solid yesterday. In fact, running the point a lot for this team. And you look to Wren and Robinson to do that most times for Coach Hettinger, but they had a little bit of a shaky start. Those two did as well yesterday, and I think Coach put it in the hands of a guy he trusts just as much as those guys, if not a bit more, and he was the steadying factor. So we'll see if the Pride can control today. One thing I'm going to look for as well, and Rick Costello did mention this to me, with Lake Superior State doing it to Jairus Friels, will Boomer elect to double-team Keemon Bassett maybe some more and make things a little bit tougher for him inside? And the Pride will have a chance to start offensively and see what kind of adjustments they make to the game today. Friels wide open, so he'll pull the trigger on a three, and that's a great start.
Okay. We like that. That's a great decision. Friels is not the kind of guy that typically would take that shot. However, no defense around him, carrying over the momentum he created last night. I like the look.
That's the second three brought to you by Strachan Van Til. For Jairus Friels this year, may in fact be more than he hit all last year. You'll have to check that. Adams off the mark with his triple try. So the Pride get a bucket from downtown, get a stop. Now looking for more. Miskevich in there working on Fisher. Friels on the deck. The kick out. Barnard down the lane. Extra pass underneath.
Love the setup from AB. Last night I felt he was trying to make something happen, almost forcing it. So I like that. He took his time. And at the very last second, the play opened up for the dish.
Adams was open but surrounded. His extra pass finds David Wren, and David Wren knocks one down from behind the arc.
David Wren was tough last night. Going to have to stop that guy. Don't let him get in a place of feeling real confident.
I was looking at the stats. I was surprised. He was really good, but I didn't know he scored 16 points. Whistle off the ball on the entry pass, and an early foul as Keemon Bassett was guarding Jairus Friels inside. And that's a guy you'd love to see get into foul trouble, number 10 in white.
Yeah, I mean, let's go back to him this possession.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine getting Bassett 2 fouls within 2 minutes. It'd be a great situation.
Cooper guarded by C.J. Robinson. Crosses him on the kick.
Ooh, great fake.
Low, tough catch for A.B. underneath, but he's patient.
How about that? Jairus Friels gives it right back to A.B., who hooked him up with an assist on the last possession.
Pride extending the defense. Friels caught guarding Wren, and that's been a good matchup. He was late on the closeout on the three and now got beat on the dribble. Not like to see Jairus Friels having to guard a shifty point guard like David Wren, but you like to see this. Great dish, and Jairus Friels has been hot early.
Yeah, that's a really nice playmaking, and that's getting to zero, right? That's what we've seen from the Pride early on. Get to zero, make the right read.
Offense looks so much better than yesterday, and in fact looks really good right now moving the basketball. Adams driving, Wren's been the star, but he's going to pick up an offensive foul.
Like it. Good decision making by Boyle to set himself up for getting that charge. So things going the right way so far for the Pride. I love the decision making on offense and on defense.
So foul on David Wren and one on Keemon Bassett. He picked up guarding Jairus Friels a couple moments ago. Pride have been executing at a high clip here on this end of the floor. Double team comes on the entry to Friels. That means Cooper is wide open for three, and he hit it.
All right now. Feeling this start, y'all. Feeling it.
Great look from Jairus Friels to set up the Strachan Van Til three-point shot. And an early timeout for Steve Hettinger. Will take one with him. 12-5 Pride on top early.
your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Kyle Dempsey in Hammond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
PNW on top, 12-5 early. The ball's been moving. Jairus Friels has been great. Not just scoring the basketball, but the latest assist to Mikel Cooper. And the Pride have hit a couple of shots from deep as well. Trying for more stops on this end of the floor. Just about 3 minutes in. Clock reading 17:05 now and ticking here.
I like the change in defense from Boomer. You're going to a 3-2 zone out of a timeout, but a good look by Lake Superior State. That's a nice pass and read by guess who else? The dynamic duo, Fisher and Bassett.
Fisher on the finish that time, and the thing to watch right there was that they did double Keemon Bassett, but he's a smart player. The junior knew the double team was coming. Fisher was open because of it. Boyle driving here, got caught in the air, but found Cooper still. He's open again from downtown. He's got another three.
Boyle has some hang time on that drive.
Pushed ahead. Robinson on the open floor, absorbing the contact from Miskevich to finish. Pride leading by 6 now, 15-9. Just barely underway here in this first half. And Cooper feeling himself. This one, not the rhythm jump shot, but tried to step into it and airballed. It's C.J. Robinson back for Lake Superior State. Adams in the lane. The floater's good. Now, Boomer talks about the freedom of this offense, but Cooper's gotten some really good looks thanks to some penetration and kicks, but the last shot he had was a bit forced. Here's Boyle double-teamed. He's got help from Miskevich. Out for Cooper, fake to pass. Now the drive and got the roll, plus the foul.
Wow. A little bit of a late whistle, but we'll take it, and that is the second foul. That's a big one now. 2 on Keemon Bassett.
And Steve Hettinga not happy. You see right here the great drive. And the
hang
finish.
time.
That's right. We've seen that from Boyle and Cooper now. First media timeout. Pride up 6 and a chance to make it more. And a three-point play maybe for Mikel Cooper when we come back.
Local 41, together with Indiana Laborers Training Center and our signatory employers, provide state-of-the-art instruction in all areas of the construction industry, from hazardous material handling and environmental remediation to road construction and highway safety. Remember to slow down in construction zones and that the Local 41 members working there are mothers, fathers, coaches, and mentors. Labor's Local 41. We build Indiana in more ways than one.
Eight early points for Mikel Cooper and a chance to make it 9 as he will step to the stripe here off the media timeout. And he's got a couple of shots from deep and also trying to make it the old-fashioned three-point play. And he has been really good in this ball game early. And he's a big, Boomer mentioned Greg Boyle and AB, I think, in X Factors, but I think Mikel Cooper might top that list for me. When he plays, this team can be really good.
Yeah, Greg Boyle, an incredible scorer, but you're right. The Cooper-Boyle combo, these guys are pretty much the same size and same weight. So, these two have to work in tandem together. You have to be a dual 1-2, both of them, right? They got to play combo guards out there, and that means making the right decisions, scoring, setting up your teammates. But to have two guys about the same size means they got to do double the work.
With Keemon Bassett out, Dan Few comes in, but that means that Jairus Friels can get a break. Two freshmen joined by Allison. Wide open for three is C.J. Robinson. His shot is too strong. So Phillip, Zerlini, and Allison join Miskevich and also Boyle. Miskevich inside against Few. Goes into the lane. Patient dump down underneath for Zerlini.
You said it, Sam. Patience, right? That's what we're seeing in this first half from the Pride is they're getting into the paint, but they're not rushing their selections and their decisions when they get in there, and that's what's leading to these easy buckets.
Phillips a little aggressive on the closeout. That made the defense rotate a bit too much, and the extra pass comes to C.J. Robinson from the corner for the three.
Great decision by the Lakers to find the open guy. That was a rhythm pass that led to a rhythm shot.
20-14 our score. 5.5 minutes gone by, opening half. Pride looking to split this quick little doubleheader. Good front by Dan Few. Miskevich able to at least get the tie-up, but the Arrow gives it back to Lake Superior State. So Steve Hettinger looking for more energy off the timeouts. And he's gotten it in these couple of possessions here. A good offensive possession. And now a jump ball on a great play by Dan Few. He doesn't score a bunch, but number 15 in white makes all those little plays. He's a good rebounder, good defender as well.
Yeah, the Pride have got to take advantage now because Bassett is out of the game, so you want to go down low in that paint. Few proved himself to be a good player last night, but he's not the same. I mean, Bassett is one of those players that you just don't want to have to face.
One of the little things right there is Few sets the screen, giving Colvin the room, and back-to-back threes. Robinson and Nigel Colvin. And from a 9-point lead, all of a sudden it's down to 3. Here's Allison in the middle. Little fadeaway right from the free throw line extended, knocks it down.
Great job by Allison to use his body to create space. You saw him holding off the defender with the right side of his body. It gave him some room to hit that short jump shot as he inched his way toward the basket.
Pride leading by 5. Here's a drive and kick. Robinson to Adams, strong on the 3. Rebound tip to Jairus Friels. Friels ahead for Greg Boyle. And now Allison. Zerlini all the way across to Phillips. Extra pass for Greg Boyle, 15 to shoot. Allison will back it out. Allison to the lane, kick to the corner, Zerlini wide open. Bit strong on the 3, but an offensive rebound for Greg Boyle. Reset. Friels in the middle. His floater will fall, but it won't count. It's wiped out on an offensive foul. And the guy we keep talking about, the little things Few, will draw it.
Yeah, Friels slow to get up.
And that's not good.
No. I wonder if he maybe tweaked his ankle falling on top of Dan Few on his way down. And he's not able to get up. This is not a good sign at all.
Training staff will have to take a look at Jairus Friels. And we will step aside. 5-point lead for PNW. 13:01 to play in this opening half. And hopefully some good news on Jairus Friels when we return.
Biology major Adam Rich is on a first-name basis with his professors. Through these connections, he is already doing hands-on research, placing him a step ahead on his career path. At Purdue University Northwest, we call that powering onward. Students determined to succeed find a home at our 2 vibrant campuses in Hammond and Westville, offering 70 areas of study, NCAA Division II athletics, hundreds of student activities, and more. It's your turn to power onward. Learn more about Purdue Northwest at pnw.edu. That's pnw.edu.
Jairus Friels able to kind of, with his own strength at least, limp off the court, but seems like a definite lower leg issue for Jairus Friels. And hopefully something he can work on and come back in this ball game and at the very least be available come next weekend. But we'll keep an eye on that. In his absence, though, whether it's for a few minutes or the rest of this game, there's a couple of guys who have to step up, and we'll see who does. Lake Superior State basketball. Almost had it right back for the Pride. Good hands from Phillips. Thought that might have touched Allen last, but the officials say it stays with the Lakers.
The purpose of this game kind of shifts now. It really falls into the hands of the guards to create that offense, drive and dish, but you're not going to see the ball just, obviously go in the paint and let Friels go to work like he did since he's out of the game. The guards are going to have to create a lot more.
Allen, late shot clock. Adams from the corner for 3, and he knocks it down. Malik Adams, good patient play again. We've talked about that word today. That's the senior Brandon Allen who found Adams late. Allison across. Miscavige wide open from downtown, but he airballed the triple.
Yeah, I don't know if right now is the time to be shooting threes. I think it's time to attack the paint. Don't get away from that.
Colvin on the hesitation right at Barner, but missed the left-hand layup.
Got numbers. Get in the paint now.
Instead, it's Cooper on the trail for three. Off the mark. Few following. But a foul as Miscavige was underneath, and I think they're going to get Malik Adams. Steve Hettinga, not sure if he's ever happy with the officials, but he definitely is not so far early on.
Yeah.
12-minute mark. We'll get it right. Let's go Hettinga talking with the referees. 22-20, Pride on top to have the ball when we come back.
Langel's Pizza is now open for dine-in. Please come and join us for lunch or dinner 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Still offering curbside pickup and delivery 7 days a week. Featuring our famous pizza, Italian beef sandwiches, and the best wings in the region. Hey, so take a break from cooking and stop in or call. For more information, go to langelspizza.com.
Foul odor that smells like rotten eggs? What you are probably smelling is mercaptan, a harmless chemical added to natural gas to help people detect leaks. If you think you smell natural gas, stop what you're doing. Do not turn anything on or off. Leave the area immediately. If you are inside, get out and call 911 and NIPSCO. Wait in a safe location away from the area for a service crew and emergency responders to arrive. We work closely with emergency responders to prevent and respond to incidents.
Malik Adams committing the latest personal foul for Lake Superior State. That is 4 fouls on the Lakers so far. Pride have done a pretty good job of ball movement, but with Jairus Friels out of there now, it's taken away some of those options to get easier buckets. Normally you feel like you're struggling. You might just dump it in the post, but they have to see some other guys, Miscavige probably and AB inside, to pick up that pace.
And what I'd like to see is for them to still stay in attack mode, still get to zero. We've seen the last few possessions, some opportunities to get there, instead settling for the three-point shot. There's nothing wrong with that, but you want that to be in momentum. They've had success in the early going of getting in the paint, so don't go away from that. Make them prove they can stop it before you change the game plan.
Tried to throw it into the post. Miscavige doubled, though, and it was Adams, a smart play to come across and take it. Now Adams will draw the foul as he drove all the way down to the block, and Allison cut him off, but commits his first personal.
We saw this last night with the Lakers guards going downhill, creating more and more momentum as the game has gone on. So for the Pride, they talk about picking up 94 feet. Now's the time to do that. You got to ratchet up your defensive intensity and the pressure right now. With your big guy out, that's the most important. And Jairus Friels over on the sideline, a good sign. You can see him maybe in the bottom half of your screen. See him jogging down there, trying to get warmed up on the leg.
Good first step from David Wren. Tried to scoop it with the left, too strong. And Caleb Zerlini able to come out of there with it. Cooper wanted to go to Miscavige. He's got a mismatch with Adams on him. Real small lineup for Steve Hettinga right now. No Few and no Bassett. That leaves the driving lanes open. Missed the shot, but the follow.
AB getting the rebound and the putback all in one jump. That was awesome.
Well, the driving lanes are open, but that also means some chances maybe for offensive rebounds as well. Fisher is currently the tallest rostered player out there for Lake Superior State right now. No Dan Few and no Bassett. And Fisher stands at 6'4". Here's a three on a stagnant offensive possession. Offensive rebound for Wren. He was blocked up in the crowd. Anthony Irvin in there. We saw a couple of late threes from him late in the ball game. Double team comes from Miscavige. And it's swatted out of bounds by Malik Adams.
That's a tough place to catch. You know, your momentum's carrying you out of bounds. The baseline is another defender, and here comes the double team. You got to be more in understanding and see that if you're Anthony Irvin. Hey, that doesn't look like a good pass. I see the defense coming over to double. Let me not put him in a tough spot.
Pride leading by 4 with just over 10.5 minutes, almost halfway through this first half. Boyle comes off the screen. Curls baseline, left it for Miscavige. Elbow jumper, and Bassett back in there to grab the board. Fisher in transition. His pass was deflected. Good play from Miskevich. Gets it to the hands of Greg Boyle. Boyle had his pass taken right back by Fisher.
Yeah, Fisher read that all day.
AB almost had a steal. And now it's Andy Soma to slow it down with Bassett. And you know who will probably get it eventually. It's Justin Fisher. Adams, I don't know where he was going with that. Miskevich had it read and takes it right back. Sloppy play on both sides recently. That leaves guys open. It's Boyle from downtown, and he's got a three. And now a foul as Justin Fisher was trying to get open, and Anthony Irvin was right into him. Fisher discards, gets called for an offensive foul.
I would not be surprised if Lake Superior State head coach Steve Hettinga gets a tech in this game. It's coming.
Well, I'll tell you what, any game that I've broadcasted that Steve Hettinga's coach, that's kind of my thought in every single game.
Well, this is just my second day getting to kind of see his coaching style, and I'm feeling it coming on.
I really enjoy it, I will be honest with you.
Yeah, you got to love passionate coaches, man. And in the bench, I mean, give Lake Superior State some credit. They're real hype over there, a lot of clapping. Same with the pry those guys off. We got a little.
And now some technicals.
Okay.
The double technical.
And that is also.
And now one on Steve Hettinga.
You know what?
Good call.
That is a woman's intuition going to work right there.
So Malik Adams and Anthony Barnard got together, and they picked up technicals on each other with the little conversation they were having. And one of the officials said, okay, we're not going to have that anymore. So number 13 and number 21, Barnard, Adams will pick up a personal and a technical, which is important, of course. You can't get another one or your evening and your afternoon is done. Steve Hettinga now has the same thing with him. So the extra technical is picked up by the Lake Superior State bench, and that means Greg Boyle has a chance at the stripe. One of the best, if not the best, free throw shooter for the Pride. Of course, normally who you'd put at the stripe in a technical foul situation. And 2 free ones for Boyle, knocks them both down. And we'll see now the response. Normally in years past, and you see the energy right away, Steve Hettinga knows what he's doing when he gets those technical fouls.
Yeah, I like this. We've got a matchup of the energy. Officials.
And you know, yeah.
See, like this is not what I'm here for. I am not here for the officials to calm these guys down. Like, we have no fans in here.
Right.
Where else is this energy going to come from? Let the players do them. They're not going to fight. We'll control it. Let them get hype.
And I just saw one of the funnier, subtle things I've seen on a basketball court. They were clapping, and the official now standing closest to Hettinga tried to calm them down, and he did that, and Hettinga said, no, we're not going to do that. Irvin from the corner wouldn't go. Chance for a run out for David Wren. Great crossover, and he will draw the foul. As Cooper able to prevent the bucket, but 2 shots coming for David Wren.
Guess we were in for a spicy one today. I didn't even know it. Down.
I'll tell
Saturday's
you what,
spicy matchup.
These back-to-back games, I think, will potentially do that. And another
right.
subtle factor, too, is also that when you have these 2 teams playing together, that's one thing. But it's the same 3 officials as well working the games back-to-back in order to prevent as much travel as possible. The same 3 guys are working this game. And now, if this had happened yesterday, where Hettinga got a technical, you might have some issues. But even with some of the conversations that they're having, I'm sure yesterday, the officials already have an idea of what Coach was bringing to the table.
So Jairus Friel's also 2 back in the game. This is a great sign. Let's check his mobility. A little short there, so you wonder how much lift he's not able to get off that foot. Looks like it might have been his right ankle. He's getting treatment on.
Great roll to the basket for Bassett. Missed it, but got his own rebound. Now finishes with the left.
That's big. That's why he averages 21 points a game and 63% from the floor. He's very efficient shooter.
Cooper to the rim. Got bumped off a little bit that time by Soma. Now running the other way. And a good hustle by the Pride to get back in transition defense. And Anthony Irvin able to push it out of bounds.
Yeah, the Pride's got to do a better job of slowing down transition. They cannot allow the Lakers to get out and run and put together 6, 8-point stretch like we saw last night.
Laker inbound. Adams will roll it inside to Bassett. Goes on the baseline against Barnard. Middle. Fadeaway pass to the corner. David Wren open for three, and a team not used to shooting him is knocking him down today.
We got to do something here about David Wren. Eyes on number one. He's been killing it here in this first half.
All those threes brought to you by Strachan Van Til. And a lot of them today. Not a bunch yesterday, but a lot today. Great play by Bassett to front the pass into Friels. Able to squirt it out, still loose. Guys are laying all over the place, and finally a jump ball. Arrow stays with PNW, and a lot of time ticked off that shot clock. An interesting question for the officials. Did Bassett technically come up with possession, and will the shot clock reset to 20 seconds?
It looked to me like he gained possession.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
The shot clock did reset to 20, and Steve Hettinger disagrees with that. And now they're going to have a conversation and explain to him that Bassett had the ball. And so
one nice thing, we get to hear everything that goes on. That's pretty great. Very unusual.
Pride leading by 3. Inbound to Barnard. Goes baseline. Phillips driving from the corner. His floater missed. And tipped into the hands of Keemon Bassett.
Phillips shot that ball before he even looked at the rim.
Mm-hmm. Phillips is a good knockdown shooter, but he's lanky. He can get to the rim. So can this guy, Fisher, but it rolled off the front of the rim.
Well, that'll be something. You know, as a freshman, you don't know what you don't know. You just play hard. So that will develop as time goes on in his game.
I think Barnard tried to pass that, maybe just lost it. Either way, it's Adams back.
Good defense.
And a good hustle to get back to Malik Adams to prevent the layup. 29-26 is our score as we hit the under 8 timeouts. Pride on top. Laker basketball right after this.
These have been unprecedented times for all of us.
Our patients, families, friends, and neighbors, like most around the world, have been challenged in ways we never could have imagined just a short time ago.
Our community healthcare system team has come together and risen to the occasion, leading the way in delivering care to all our patients, including those with COVID-19, doing it successfully under extraordinary circumstances.
We want to take this opportunity to share our deepest, heartfelt gratitude to our entire team for their outstanding dedication and compassion
throughout this coronavirus pandemic and every day.
We are proud to be community strong. We are proud to be community healthcare system.
Thank you.
Pride clinging to a 3-point advantage, so long way to go. Just under 8 minutes left in this first half. We've already seen a lot, though. Both teams look a lot more fluid today, but then tensions rising sometimes in these back-to-backs. We've seen a technical foul to Anthony Barnard. Malik Adams picked up one for Lake Superior State, and then Steve Hettinger, the head coach of the Lakers, did as well. I was just telling you, Brooke, I worked with Coach Gary Hayes. He used to coach here at it was Purdue Calumet at the time, but a longtime coach in the area, high school, college, all of it. 50 years in coaching. Last year's the only year in 50 years he didn't coach. And he would tell you this, him and Steve Hettinger cut from the same cloth. I will guarantee that. No games when it comes to those head coaches.
Well, we kind of felt it coming on. And I think you're right. You know, when you play back-to-back, it's kind of like, you know, an NBA series. What? How did that happen? Wren just finding a way to get his shots in all day today. Bank, whatever.
He's not going to want to leave this gym. He won't get to play here the rest of the year.
This is his spot now.
Bank shot off that elbow. Way long, but he got nice little touch off the glass. Here's Cooper on the step-back three, and he's got his third triple of the afternoon. So Mikel Cooper able to stem the tide, and the Pride back up by 4. Still 7 minutes remaining in this first half. Bassett hounded, able to find Malik Adams. 10 to shoot now. Fisher back into the post for Bassett. One-on-one against AB. Little shoulder shimmy, got him free, but missed the shot. Miscavige clears it off.
Good solid defense from AB. Just held his ground, didn't try to do too much, and forced a bad shot.
Remember, Friels is back in there in case you left us and came back. So that post-up opportunity is there as Doss gives it to him. Adams almost came for the double team. Gyro rates for the clear out, went left just a little too strong. And here comes Malik Adams. Adams leads the charge. Kick out. Wren will set it from downtown. And one of his rare misses today. Pride slow the pace here as Cooper walks it across. Nice crossover. Smart help, though, from Bassett, cut off the driving lane. Barnard, now Jordan Doss. Doss for three. Miscavige crashing inside. Got it back again off the miss. Little shot fake. Missed it again, still loose. Friels, now Miscavige took it from him and still wouldn't go. Fourth time will be a foul.
You tell me there's no contact in that entire series? Come on, man. No way.
Miscavige really battling it. I think one of the closest fouls is when he took it from his teammate, when he took it from Tyrus Friels, but there was a lot in there.
Yeah, you kind of saw him go into psycho mode there, and I like it from Vince. I mean, he is so competitive. You saw him just doing whatever he can to get the ball back up there to the rim and then get, frustrated. But what was cool about that was Jairus Friels just grabbed him, kind of tapped him on the chest, said, "You all right, man, next play, next play."
That's the 15th foul against PNW. Robinson, one of the best plays we've seen from him the last couple of days, got to the lane, little floater, and it's a 2-point game. Jordan Doss played a few minutes yesterday, still coming off that foot problem. Missed all the exhibition season, a lot of practices. Cooper on the hesitation dribble, and he got the roll.
What a change of direction. That was incredible. I don't know how Mikal Cooper kept his balance.
Mikal Cooper's been really good today. One of his best games so far, and probably in his short PNW career is his best game. To the corner. Colvin hit the top of the backboard, missed that one badly. And the Pride come away with it. Cooper with it now, has 14 points today. Dribble handoff between he and Friels. And his three-point shot is short. Tracked down by C.J. Robinson. In transition, Brandon Allen will set a three and knock it down. And Boomer Roberts didn't like that sequence. He wants a timeout. So the three-point shot brought to you by Strachan Van Til. A 30-second timeout for Boomer Roberts. And we will just keep it right here close to the media timeout. It's a one-point game. Pride executing much better offensively today, but uncharacteristically, at least in their first three games, Lake Superior State has been really good from downtown.
Yeah, when Lake Superior State can get out and run and really move the ball quickly, you see those threes. They feel so comfortable and confident shooting them. That's why it's important for the Pride to really pick up on defense. They preach guarding for 94 feet, so you have to cut off those windows and those transition passes. You got to make them difficult.
Pride today 5 of 11 from downtown. And Lake Superior State has followed that and knocked down one additional one and one opportunity. They are 6 of 12. A team that came into today shooting it at 29% from deep. Pride a little bit better at 33%, but both have knocked down some outside shots, and a lot of those for PNW have come from Mikal Cooper. 14 points for him. He's made 3 from deep and also had a tradition, the old-fashioned, I should say, three-point play with the and one opportunity back a few moments ago in this first half. He's been really, really solid today, leading this offensive attack for PNW. Friels is in there, but hasn't been quite as effective since he came back in. And if you're watching him on your screen, you can see not moving as well as he usually does. Hopefully able to continue to play through it. You always worry about those ankle-type injuries. It could start to swell up here as we go along. Sure, they'll keep him active at the half. Mikal Cooper with it for PNW. Doss driving. Skips it across now for Cooper. Got to the lane, held the pivot foot, fades away, and the rebound to Dan Few. Lake Superior State can retake the lead here. The Pride have led for a lot of this first half. On a screen and roll, it's few, but he couldn't finish inside. Pride basketball quickly ahead. They get it to Friels, and his pass was either partially deflected or he tried to hold up last second. Went right to Robinson. Robinson all the way. Draws the foul on Logan Phillips. He will shoot a pair. So 16 fouls now aside. And 2 shots coming up as you see Robinson drawing the foul. And he will shoot 2 after this media timeout. Pride leading by 1 with 3:42 to play in this first half.
It's easy to feel a sense of gratitude here in Indiana because there is a whole lot to be grateful for. Family and friends and enough calmness around you to really appreciate the simple things. I really just try to show gratitude by doing my part, working hard, being friendly and kind. I feel really lucky to live here.
The values that built Indiana are here in Strachan Van Til. We're Indiana's grocery store, and we're proud to be Indiana made.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Kyle Dempsey in Hammond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's a 1-point PNW lead, but C.J. Robinson about to step to the stripe to try and change that. The Pride have pretty much led this entire first half. But Lake Superior State, as we saw yesterday, kind of taking their time, slowing things down. All of a sudden you look up and they've got a shot to re-grab the lead here.
Yeah, they've played well. It's been those transition threes that have really been the one thing to keep them in this game. You know, we saw the Pride attack the paint, made great decisions early on. It was tough. When Jairus Friels went out, you felt the game plan and the momentum shift in favor of Lake Superior State. But there's been a good battle here in the last couple minutes to fight for that dominance and that more aggressive team. Because 99% of the time, the more aggressive team is going to win the game.
Robinson, a 75% shooter in this early season, knocks them both down. Quick entry into the post. And Phillips trying to come away with it. But Dan Few got a hand. Phillips and he tie it up. It's a jump ball back to Lake Superior State.
I like the idea coming out of the media timeout. Full court pressure. Perhaps a trap here for the Pride. Let's see what's going on.
3.5 minutes left. Lakers now have a 1-point lead. Justin Fisher hands it off to Robinson. Fisher, more of his traditional role. He's been off the ball a lot more today. And of course, I'm sure Hettinger would like to see this guy and Wren handle it. Colvin didn't even think about it. Fires a tough 3. Long rebound went to the corner. And he was one of the first guys going for it. Not able to save it. Pride basketball. So Pride have close to their starting lineup out there. The only exception is Allison in place of Mikkel Cooper. Credit to Lake Superior State. They've got the lead, and they've done that a lot. With 2 fouls on Keemon Bassett. He has not played his usual minutes here in this first half of play.
Yeah, for them to hold the lead with their best player and a guy who averages 21 points a game out of the lineup says something about the strength of this team. That's going to be...
And a foul here. I thought they were going to call an offensive foul.
Me
Thankfully,
too.
did not.
Me too.
As C.J. Robinson tried to flop, and the officials motioning for that call. And so a 1-and-1 with Greg Boyle at the line. Remember, he's the guy that shot the technical foul free throws earlier. He's one of the best Pride shooters from the stripe. 9 of 11 coming into today. And as we said, he's 2 for 2 from that line today. And hoping to make the front end at the very least and earn the second. And he does. So we're tied at 35 apiece. You know, I've always said if you miss the front end of a 1-and-1, to me they should put it as a turnover. I feel like it's a turnover.
Interesting.
Feels as deflating to me. And I happen to be a fan of a college basketball team that has not been able to shoot free throws very well in a long time at the D1 level. But the Pride, hopefully, here on this floor, turning that around. If they struggled yesterday from the stripe, remember, it was not their best performance.
What team is that you're a fan of that they can't hit free throws?
I'm an Indiana basketball fan. Long time. Long time. But they do not do a lot of things right now. On a control drive from Colvin here, and the Pride a chance to push the tempo. Boyle, he had Zerlini on the trail, driving instead, got to the rim.
That was an incredible quick set of moves. Very efficient move to get to the rim from Greg Boyle.
He had Zerlini sitting wide open on the wing closest to us, and I thought, oh, feed him the ball. And
yeah, somebody's ankles are still back there.
Yeah.
OKAB.
Great recovery from Barnard, leads to Zerlini in the open floor for the finish.
That's a great play right there. That's a great set of defense to offense right there. That's exactly what you want. Boomer Roberts has got to be happy with that sequence.
Timeout, Steve Heading, a 5-point lead for Purdue Northwest. 2:09 remaining. First half of play.
Biology major Adam Rich is on a first-name basis with his professors. Through these connections, he is already doing hands-on research, placing him a step ahead on his career path. At Purdue University Northwest, we call that powering onward. Students determined to succeed find a home at our 2 vibrant campuses in Hammond and Westville, offering 70 areas of study, NCAA Division II athletics, hundreds of student activities, and more. It's your turn to power onward. Learn more about Purdue Northwest at pnw.edu. That's pnw.edu.
Defense leading to offense for PNW. Is Anthony Barnard able to, on the trail, come up with the block on Keemon Basson? The push ahead for Zerlini makes it a 5-point lead. Just over 2 minutes left. And Lake Superior State with the basketball. C.J. Robinson has done a good job at the point today. Bassett, great move on the stutter step. Blows by Barnard this time for the layup, so he gets a bit of revenge.
Yeah, that was a nice move. We talked about efficiency with dribbles. He really showed that off there.
Extra pass finds Miscavige from the corner, and he's taking 2 shots from that corner and airballed them both. Throw ahead for Bassett, and Miscavige back to block it. Tipped up by Allison. Xavier Allison creating numbers. Miscavige had it deflected out of his hands. Really good play by Robinson to save a layup.
And how about the hustle? All right, Vince Miscavige didn't hit the 3, got frustrated, and you feel that, right? You feel the frustration carrying over from last night. So he's trying to make hustle plays and be impactful in other areas of the game. That was a sick block.
Off the inbound to Barnard. Good spin move. Lost the ball, though, as I think he was going up to shoot the basketball and then tried to smack it in the air volleyball style, but it went out of bounds.
Yeah, I felt like he was trying to hit Vince on that cut and just couldn't get a hold of the basketball. But either way, it resulted in a turnover. These last 90 seconds, 85 seconds, very important here. You want the Pride to go into the locker room with that lead to say, all right, we lost the first and second halves last night. Let's establish ourselves now.
4 turnovers for Lake Superior State. Pride only have 6, so much more organized game today. It was at points sloppy yesterday. Both teams struggling with some turnovers, missed free throws, and didn't shoot it particularly well from deep. David Wren.
So what?
Yes, it is. A travel. There was some contact in there, but Wren kind of skipped out of it with the ball still and stutter stepped, and Steve Henninger thought there should have been a foul call. So PNW able to come away with it off what turns into the 5th Lake Superior State turnover. As we now have 1 minute to play. And a crucial final minute, 3-point lead, and the Pride would love to extend it. Cooper, Miscavige, long 2, and he got it.
There it is. And I like the pat from Greg Boyle after he hit that shot.
Pride a chance to get a stop, and they'll have one final possession. And on the post-up, Miscavige got beat to the spot, and he fouls Keemon Bassett, who will have a 1-and-1.
Looks like Jairus Friel's going to check back in for the last 38 seconds of this game.
And I think he's going to replace Miskevich probably because that was his second foul, and that's the case. So Bassett's at the stripe. 1-1 for him. He's a 55% free throw shooter so far this year. He was a little bit better than his averages yesterday. As the front end is nothing but net. He was 7 of 11 from the stripe. He's already shot a lot of free throw attempts this year. About 30 attempts. That was his 30th, in fact.
Not surprising at all. He's such a physical player, so you know teams are going to send 1-2 guys over, and if they need to, hack a shack.
And that's what we mentioned yesterday. When it comes to Keemon Bassett, he is one of those guys who you know is going to score, but in a late game situation, you might just decide to foul him before he even catches the ball because he's a much better scorer from the field than he is from the stripe even.
So we could say the philosophy would be Hakimon.
There you go.
See how bad of a pun that is. This is what you're in for this season. I just want you to know that.
3-point lead for PNW, about 6 to 7 seconds shot clock, game clock differential. So the Pride
you're not obligated to laugh, by the way. You can definitely comment like that was a bad one, that was good. Hey, I'm good.
Xavier Allison, wide open. Cooper came from underneath, steps out, missed the three. 5 seconds now as Wren comes away.
Pick the dribbler.
Soma at the buzzer for three. And he gets the roll. That hit the rim, the backboard, the rim, and then still went in. And instead of a 3-point lead for Purdue Northwest, it's a tie game. 42-42 in a back-and-forth first half of play. So a lot of good for PNW, but still a bit frustrating not to have any sort of lead going into the break. The Pride will obviously have to win this second half to come away with their second conference win and even up this little quick 2-game series against Lake Superior State. And we'll step aside and we'll tell you more about this first half and get you set for the second half. That all comes your way after this.
It's easy to feel a sense of gratitude here in Indiana because there is a whole lot to be grateful for. Family and friends and enough calmness around you to really appreciate the simple things. I really just try to show gratitude by doing my part, working hard, being friendly and kind. I feel really lucky to live here.
The values that built Indiana are here in Strachan Van Til. We're Indiana's grocery store, and we're proud to be Indiana made.
These have been unprecedented times for all of us.
Our patients, families, friends, and neighbors, like most around the world, have been challenged in ways we never could have imagined just a short time ago.
Our community healthcare system team has come together and risen to the occasion, leading the way in delivering care to all our patients, including those with COVID-19, doing it successfully under extraordinary circumstances.
We want to take this opportunity to share our deepest, heartfelt gratitude to our entire team for their outstanding dedication and compassion
throughout this coronavirus pandemic and every day.
We are proud to be community strong. We are proud to be community healthcare system.
Thank you.
There's a lot at stake in the manufacturing process. Rightly so. Your business serves a vital and important part within your industry segment. From rail, to energy, to off-highway, Your products are highly engineered and require top-quality craftsmanship to withstand the demands of continuous use and extreme conditions. Multiple industries rely on Hammond Machines' quality manufacturing processes for parts that need to endure tough environments and meet rigorous industry standards.
I welcome you to take a closer look at Hammond Machine Works and consider us for your next project.
The JED TV app is available on your smartphone and streaming devices. If you downloaded the WGLB Network app, then you're good to go. The same app with a new name. If not, head to the App Store on your phone or streaming device. And right now, you'll be able to watch JED the Region Rush Hour, and all PNW and high school sports right in the palm of your hand or in the comfort of your own living room. That's the JED TV app, available on all streaming devices.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Kyle Dempsey in Hammond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Laborers Local 41, together with Indiana Laborers Training Center and our signatory employers, provide state-of-the-art instruction in all areas of the construction industry, from hazardous material handling and environmental remediation to road construction and highway safety. Remember to slow down in construction zones and that the Local 41 members working there are mothers, fathers, coaches, and mentors. Laborers Local 41, we build Indiana in more ways than one.
Langel's Pizza is now open for dine-in. Please come and join us for lunch or dinner 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Still offering curbside pickup and delivery 7 days a week. Featuring our famous pizza, Italian beef sandwiches, and the best wings in the region. Hey, so take a break from cooking and stop in or call. For more information, go to langelspizza.com.
Smell a foul odor that smells like rotten eggs? What you are probably smelling is mercaptan, a harmless chemical added to natural gas to help people detect leaks. If you think you smell natural gas, stop what you're doing. Do not turn anything on or off. Leave the area immediately. If you are inside, get out and call 911 and NIPSCO. Wait in a safe location away from the area for a service crew and emergency responders to arrive. We work closely with emergency responders to prevent and respond to incidents.
Biology major Adam Rich is on a first-name basis with his professors. Through these connections, he is already doing hands-on research, placing him a step ahead on his career path. At Purdue University Northwest, we call that powering onward. Students determined to succeed find a home at our two vibrant campuses in Hammond and Westville, offering 70 areas of study, NCAA Division II athletics, hundreds of student activities, and more. It's your turn to power onward. Learn more about Purdue Northwest at pnw.edu. That's pnw.edu.
It's easy to feel a sense of gratitude here in Indiana because there is a whole lot to be grateful for. Family and friends and enough calmness around you to really appreciate the simple things. I really just try to show gratitude by doing my part, working hard, being friendly and kind. I feel really lucky to live here.
The values that built Indiana are here in Strachan Van Til. We're Indiana's grocery store, and we're proud to be Indiana made.
These have been unprecedented times for all of us.
Our patients, families, friends, and neighbors, like most around the world, have been challenged in ways we never could have imagined just a short time ago.
Our community healthcare system team has come together and risen to the occasion, leading the way and delivering care to all our patients, including those with COVID-19, doing it successfully under extraordinary circumstances.
We want to take this opportunity to share our deepest, heartfelt gratitude to our entire team for their outstanding dedication and compassion
throughout this coronavirus pandemic and every day.
We are proud to be community strong. We are proud to be community healthcare system.
Thank you.
There's a lot at stake in the manufacturing process. Rightly so. Your business serves a vital and important part within your industry segment. From rail, to energy, to off-highway, your products are highly engineered and require top-quality craftsmanship to withstand the demands of continuous use and extreme conditions. Multiple industries rely on Hammond Machines' quality manufacturing processes for parts that need to endure tough environments and meet rigorous industry standards.
We welcome you to take a closer look at Hammond Machine Works and consider us for your next project.
The JED TV app is available on your smartphone and streaming devices. If you downloaded the WGLB Network app, then you're good to go. The same app with a new name. If not, head to the App Store on your phone or streaming device. And right now, you'll be able to watch JED in the Region Rush Hour, and all PNW and high school sports right in the palm of your hand or in the comfort of your own living room. That's the JED TV app, available on all streaming devices.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Kyle Dempsey in Hammond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Laborers Local 41, together with Indiana Laborers Training Center and our signatory employers, provide state-of-the-art instruction in all areas of the construction industry, from hazardous material handling and environmental remediation to road construction and highway safety. Remember to slow down in construction zones and that the Local 41 members working there are mothers, fathers, coaches, and mentors. Laborers Local 41, we build Indiana in more ways than one.
Langel's Pizza is now open for dine-in. Please come and join us for lunch or dinner 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Still offering curbside pickup and delivery 7 days a week. Featuring our famous pizza, Italian beef sandwiches, and the best wings in the region. Hey, so take a break from cooking and stop in or call. For more information, go to langelspizza.com.
Smell a foul odor that smells like rotten eggs? What you are probably smelling is mercaptan, a harmless chemical added to natural gas to help people detect leaks. If you think you smell natural gas, stop what you're doing. Do not turn anything on or off. Leave the area immediately. If you are inside, get out and call 911 and NIPSCO. Wait in a safe location away from the area for a service crew and emergency responders to arrive. We work closely with emergency responders to prevent and respond to incidents.
Biology major Adam Rich is on a first-name basis with his professors. Through these connections, he is already doing hands-on research, placing him a step ahead on his career path. At Purdue University Northwest, we call that powering onward. Students determined to succeed find a home at our two vibrant campuses in Hammond and Westville, offering 70 areas of study, NCAA Division II athletics, hundreds of student activities, and more. It's your turn to power onward. Learn more about Purdue Northwest at pnw.edu. That's pnw.edu.
At the half, a 42-42 score. Pride led for almost that entire first half, and I just kind of off the top of my head thought that. 19 minutes out of the 20 they led. And a lot better from the stripe, a little better shooting it from downtown, but the same can be said for Lake Superior State. 5 of 6 from the free throw line for them, but the big number, I think, is 7 of 14 from downtown for a team that does not normally shoot it great, but they are today.
Yeah, and you're doing exactly what you want to do if you're the Pride on defense. You know, you're forcing them into outside shots, and if a team's shooting 50% from three, that's tough. But what we saw in the first half, you know, from the Pride was a much better response than what we saw in the first half last night. So better shooting. You know, Mikal Cooper, 5 of 12. He's got 14 points, but it's great scoring distribution. You've got 7 guys who have put points up on the board for the Pride and shooting a much better clip, 45% than they were last night. What's concerning, though, is what you said. It was the three-point shooting, so that defense has got to get better. And Lake Superior State, 12 assists on 15 field goals made is insane. And that tells you the ball is moving incredibly well.
Paced today by David Wren if you're Lake Superior State. And normally you're paced by Keemon Bassett, but he only played 11 and a half minutes with his 2 personal fouls. And they were able to actually get him in there towards the middle and end part of that first half more than most coaches would, because they know how valuable Bassett is to them. He had 2 fouls really early in the first half and played sparingly since. But he only has 6 points, so you've done a good job on him, but other guys have picked it up. Wren and Robinson, as we mentioned, both of them hitting outside shots. Wren has knocked down 2 of them. Robinson's got 1 as well. So those 9 points you've got right there, a huge difference in this game. To have it tied, and at the end, you see one of those go down from the corner, rolled all over the rim, too. One of those fortunate bounces, but instead of a 3-point lead, it's a tie game. A couple things to keep in mind for the Pride as well is Jairus Friels and that ankle. They have to watch out for him. He only played 13 minutes. You'd say, oh, only, but he probably would have played 4 or 5 minutes more. He was having a really good start to this game. But that right ankle has hopefully not swelled up on him too much in this second half. So watch out for that. Cooper was really, really good early on. He had 14 points kind of in a flash, but I think kind of forced a few shots towards the end of that first half. So we'll see if the Pride can get back to some of those things that really made the first few minutes, especially offensively, a great start. And then ultimately Lake Superior State kind of caught on to the entire mindset of Boomer Roberts and his team. So what do the Pride have to do here as we get ready for this second half to come out strong and then hopefully grab a quick lead and start to build on it?
Come out strong, play aggressive, right? Get to 0, which means attack the paint. So get in the black part of the court and then make the right read. Also, in the first half, they were able to get Keemon Bassett into foul trouble. He had 2 in the first half. Go after him again. Try to force him to make the play. And then also, I think the other thing that's really important to note is, number 1, David Wren has been a problem today. He's got 11 points, but it's been more of the speed that bothers me. If I'm Boomer, I'm telling my guys that we got to identify number 1. We got to really slow down that transition, force them into being a half court or a quarter court team.
We'll see if the Pride can make some of those adjustments here in this second half. Also keep in mind there was a couple technical fouls in that first half. Malik Adams and Anthony Barnard got a technical foul each, and also Steve Hettinga did. So hopefully none of them pick up a second. Don't forget, as you see right there on your screen, the cutouts. And got a lot of folks who have inquired about that. Go to pnwathletics.com. You can get more information. Very affordable, not just for basketball, all year long. We've got hockey and volleyball, both sides of basketball with the women's and men's. So get your cutouts and be here without really being here. And keep watching us, of course. I want you to do that. Pride start this second half with the ball on a 42-42 tie. And that's a travel. That was actually a really good call.
Friel say, who, me?
Yeah, he just grabbed the ball and he just kind of started walking. He was waiting for Boyle to come get it.
See, I call those blonde moments. And that's happened.
True.
I give myself 1 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Friels, he just had a mishap. He started walking. Got to dribble the ball, my man.
So the Lakers can take the lead, something they only had for 47 seconds in the first half. Pride led for 19 minutes. Here's Adams. Hangs on, fades away over the taller Barnard and knocks it down.
That was a smooth shot. I got to give Adams some credit on that.
He is a really good player. As Boomer said when I talked to him Monday, it's a guy who missed all last year, but was one of the best players in this conference 2 years ago. Boyle on the shot fake. Drive, tried to leave it for Friels. Good hands for Wren. Now it's up for Adams. Adams with the left hand, too strong, though, and Boyle there. Cooper back the other way on the lob. Miscavige.
Okay!
And the touch pass to Jairus Friels.
That was awesome.
Great court awareness from both guys. First Cooper, Miscavige. It was almost like a volleyball set right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Bassett right into the chest of AB and scores it.
That's just a big dude. That's a big, strong dude. And you're going to need two people sometimes to stop that kind of momentum.
And I was watching Steve Heading. He wanted a flop, but I don't think so. Bassett,
No, he
Bassett's
legitimately got knocked down.
Yeah. Barnard driving, and he will come up with the foul. And as Fisher caught on the trail.
Now, watching Boomer's body language over there, I'm pretty sure he said, now, wait a minute. We got a potential for a flop over there, but we definitely had a flop down here.
I would agree with you. Common foul called by the officials. No extra add-ons with the flop rule. No warnings. Cooper on the spin, works on Fisher. Crafty again. It's Friels high off the glass.
Great decision. Wow, at the very last minute, Vince Miscavige was caught up. So instead, Mikhail Cooper did a great job of finding another option. Jairus Friels open underneath. Good decision.
Dangerous pass here as Bassett has to track it down almost into the backcourt. Saved it before that. Fisher drives on Jairus Friels. Out for Bassett. Bassett again on Barnard. Got away with a walk maybe. Kicks it out, and Colvin knocks down the three. 3-point lead for Lake Superior State becomes one.
Cooper's speed has been a problem for the Lakers in this game, and I like it. He and Greg Boyle have done a good job as a 1-2 punch. When they've been in the game, it's been tough for the Lakers guards to stay in front.
Cooper's done a good job in this half, getting back to what made him successful in the first half. His ability to really work the open floor, and he finds driving lanes all the time. Here's a step back. It's Wren over Jairus Friels, and he's got a long two. Cooper throws it ahead, but dangerous. Was looking for AB. Nice play by Colvin on the sideline. Robinson back, spun it off the side of the backboard, but missed it. And it's Fisher on the offensive rebound. Wren blocked, though, by Miscavige. Pride on the counter. It's Friels. Absorbs some contact. Bucket wouldn't go. Miscavige tracks it down, and now Bassett picks up a foul.
Hustle play after hustle play. That's what Vince Miscavige is giving us in this game. He hasn't been lights out from scoring, but I tell you what, it's what he's done to keep plays alive. That is really what's giving the Pride a chance to win this game right now. They're down 3, so they got to really just be careful right now. This is a critical time. You don't want the Lakers to go on a run.
Outscored PNW in this half by 3 so far. But a big third foul on Keemon Bassett. Miscavige off the inbound. Too strong in the mid-range. Adams thought about throwing it ahead to Dan Few. Instead, Robinson and now Wren. Adams fakes in, shoots the three, and we'll see if the bucket counts. They're going to give Barnard on a foul for trying to run through Dan Few. I think it's going to count, and they might get the ball.
And Boomer trying to call for an illegal screen. I don't think that's going to go in his favor.
And it will count. So the Pride should get the ball back, or they get it on the side. Because it should be to me, if the shot counts, it should be when the ball was in the air. And how do you get the ball again? How does that happen? There's no bonus. I mean, you're not getting. It should be that the ball was technically almost in theory a rebounding foul.
Yeah.
As the ball's already in the air.
This part of the game's a little bit above me. I'm going to let you, the former official, go ahead and take over. But are you telling me that what just happened was not supposed to happen?
Well, the college rules are a little bit different than we work with the high school game. But
got you.
To me, if you're going to score the bucket, right, if you're saying that the foul comes as the ball's already in the air, then it can't come while the ball's still technically being handled. And they're going to get some free points out of this. And if I could be wrong, too, as the goaltend is called on a great drive from Malik Adams. And all of a sudden,
Yeah.
You almost can't believe it. It's an 8-point lead for Lake Superior State.
Right? Did we just say these next few possessions are critical? Here we are now, an 8-point lead. And you hear the bench hyped for the Lakers. Shouting defense. This is an important offensive possession for the Pride.
Who's going to step up? Boyle almost traveled, able to hold on to it. Stagnant possession right now. Late post up for Miscavige. On top, Boyle. Big time three.
There you go.
And a quick timeout. Strachan Van Til brings you that three-point shot from Greg Boyle, a big-time J. And the Pride now will hopefully get things settled defensively, trying to stop Lake Superior State. 15:34 to play here at half number 2, 56-51, Lakers on top.
Local 41, together with Indiana Laborers Training Center and our signatory employers, provide state-of-the-art instruction in all areas of the construction industry, from hazardous material handling and environmental remediation to road construction and highway safety. Remember to slow down in construction zones and that the Local 41 members working there are mothers, fathers, coaches, and mentors. Laborers Local 41. We build Indiana in more ways than one.
Easy to feel a sense of gratitude here in Indiana because there is a whole lot to be grateful for. Family and friends and enough calmness around you to really appreciate the simple things. I really just try to show gratitude by doing my part, working hard, being friendly and kind. I feel really lucky to live here.
The values that built Indiana are here in Strachan Van Til. We're Indiana's grocery store, and we're proud to be Indiana made.
Big shot from Greg Boyle to stem this Laker run. Entered this second half of play tied at 42. A lot of scoring in that first 4-minute segment. 14 points by the Lakers. Pride scored 9 times, and a big shot from Boyle, as we just said, to really slow it down here all of a sudden. Boomer Roberts getting a timeout to try and set up this pressure defense that they're bringing here. Boyle deflecting it out of bounds. That was dangerous in the corner. Might have been better if they let Wren catch it almost to bring the chat. But you're seeing right here the pressure defensively, hoping to cause some turnovers. Tougher inbound from the corner now.
I like how Boomer changes defenses quite often out of a timeout to keep the defense guessing.
Lakers able to break it and get it across here, but precious seconds off that shot clock. So less time to work with. Colvin on the blow-by right past the freshman Zerlini.
Zerlini tapping his head, knew he got caught up on that step, but where's the help side? That's what he needed.
Good pass fake, Miscavige to the rim, plus the foul.
There it is. Vince been waiting for that one now.
Big time take, a little craftiness there from Vince on the pass fake to the corner. Got Few to slide about a step or two to the right, left the lane open. And then a foul and a chance for 3. So Miscavige was so good last weekend at Michigan Tech from the stripe, 7 of 7. Only got to this spot one time yesterday, though. You'd like to see that number at least 5 or 6 times at the line for Miscavige, couple of trips. But he is there for the first time today. And he missed his only attempt yesterday, but makes this one. So a 4-point lead for Lake Superior State. Still a ton of time, over 15 minutes. Good hustle by Cooper. Saved it on the sideline. Got it to Miscavige.
Great play. Inside. All right, guys. This is where that defense comes into play, the 94 feet.
Wren now ahead of the pack. And this might count.
Yeah, they may go ahead and count that one.
The bucket wasn't going to go in, but Miscavige grabbed the rim.
Yeah.
And they're going to say no. So the foul will go against Cooper. And it's an interesting call as the officials came together. And it would have been fine with me either way if they would have counted it. You cannot grab the rim like that when the ball's still technically up at the basket. So Pride may be fortunate. 2 shots for David Wren. But you see right there, as I mentioned, the good defense on the play before. but then kind of got caught watching some of the guys underneath the basket, and Wren shot down this sideline.
Well, you see how quick. I mean, just a reminder of how quick the Lakers guards are. It doesn't take much. One mistake on defense, they're going to make you pay.
So Wren makes 1 of 2. And it's a 3-point advantage for the visitors right now. With Friels on the bench, Miskevich doing this, posting up. He's got a good matchup with Fisher. And because of that, the double team to Cooper, and he scores it, and a chance for 3 for him now.
Yeah, we'll take the and 1. Great court vision, unselfish play here from the Pride.
And both of these 3-point play opportunities, Miskevich and now Mikal Cooper, both fouls have gone against David Wren. That's 3 fouls all of a sudden on the junior guard.
It's a good sign. There's a lot of time left to play. So a couple of key guys here in some foul trouble.
One of those is Keemon Bassett, who comes in. Cooper had a chance to tie it, unable to make the free throw. So the Lakers, after they were up 8, quick run to start this second half. The Pride have answered, and a 1-point, 1-possession game. Xavier Allison in there for the Pride, guarding Colvin. Colvin, spin move, out. Fisher, straightaway 3 try. Tipped high off the backboard, and Mikal Cooper able to pick it up. Waits for the rest of his teammates as they swing it to Allison. Miskevich. Cooper out for AB. Irvin in the ball game. Remember, he's a marksman from downtown. Didn't have his shot. Everybody left him, though, on the baseline. He knocks it down.
That's the way to do it. Oh, you're not going to guard me, huh? Make you pay for that.
That's not the easiest shot either.
No, that's a very difficult shot.
Wren right in on Cooper, and he gets the roll in the lane.
He's tough.
Didn't have much going. His teammates weren't moving, and early shot clock, but Wren taking it upon himself, and back and forth now. Lake Superior State up 1. Cooper drive.
Nice dish.
Miskevich the finish.
Yep. Oh, almost came up with a steal.
Justin Fisher. See if he takes on a bigger role in this second half. He's been quiet compared to what he did yesterday. Bassett, good defense from Barnard.
Good help side, too, from Miskevich, who cheated on the W seam here. Yep. Yeah.
Fisher missed the shot, and they got a foul, and that was a good call. I mean, Steve Hedinger was going to blow a gasket if they didn't have that.
A little bit late whistle. That's all right.
It was really subtle, but Miskevich, if we get a second look at it, Miskevich, and we'll see it right here, little free hand right there.
Yep.
And Fisher kind of lost his back and kind of collapsed a little bit and missed the shot. Good news for Miskevich is the bucket didn't go in. That's one of those type fouls where a guy gets a chance for 3 a lot of times. But we may have seen one of the assistants, either Ted Stowe or former player here, Tim Cairnduff. I remember when I first started doing these games a few years back, Tim Cairnduff was playing for Lake Superior State.
Wow.
A couple of years assisting now under his former head coach. Well, still his head coach, but one of those two guys may have been leading the charge from the sideline if that foul was not called. Fisher, another chance to give the Lakers the advantage, and he makes both free throws and does. Just under 13 minutes left in this one. 63-62, Lake Superior State. Back cut by Zerlini, up and under.
Oh.
And it went off the front rim. He might have had Friels. Fisher with it now. Allen goes right back to Fisher. Crossing over, left hand, good touch.
Oh, what a scoop.
That almost hit the bottom of the rim.
It did. It had so much spin. It hit the bottom and spun over into the rim. That was, wow, that was an incredible shot by Fisher.
Dangerous pass now. Bassett able to come away with the steal. Got back in bounds. Ball still loose. And Anthony Irvin comes back with it for PNW. Ahead for Zerlini. Underneath the rim to AB to put it in.
Nice. Good set. That's a broken play, but they were able to regain composure and make something out of it.
It's back to a 1-point Laker lead. We've changed hands on that lead a couple of times now in this second half. Robinson, quick three.
Oh, come on. No, I'm not buying that one.
And Zerlini is going to get called for the foul, and C.J. Robinson, kind of a crafty play. He will shoot 3 free throws, and he will do so after this timeout. It's a 1-point lead for Lake Superior State. 65-64, 11:51 to play.
The Jet TV app is available on your smartphone and streaming devices. If you downloaded the WJLB Network app, then you're good to go. The same app with a new name. If not, head to the App Store on your phone or streaming device. And right now, you'll be able to watch Jet in the Region Rush Hour, and all PNW and high school sports right in the palm of your hand or in the comfort of your own living room. That's the Jet TV app, available on all streaming devices.
So a couple of free throws, in fact, 3 of them coming for C.J. Robinson because of this. Newbie the judge.
No, not a foul. The call is weak sauce. I'm not feeling it. And the Lakers are going to the line to shoot 3. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, we've talked about, and we've seen it called in this game, the flopping rule from a different look. We saw at the end of the screen, the bottom of the screen there, a little bit of contact, but I don't know if it was the initial contact slightly into the hip of Robinson or he didn't get the call maybe until he kind of did that little stutter step back.
You know, let the guy come down, turn around and box him out. That's the best way to eliminate getting a foul called. So you don't want to just, contest and run into him sideways. Even just the slightest bump there is going to put him on the line. That's what happened.
C.J. Robinson, 75% free throw shooter. And he's got 3 shots here. Two more coming for Robinson, and misses at least one more. I'm sure there's a couple people who may see a certain line of the ball doesn't lie. He's missed 2 of his 3.
Well, you know what? The free throw line's kind of a lonely place. And this year, it's a lonely, quiet place.
Yes. Yes. And, some of these arenas and the home crowds, they do a good job of doing that. Robinson makes the final, so he only makes 1 of 3. But the student section and the rest of the crowd gets so quiet.
Yeah.
It's almost awkward. It's almost awkward for the shooter. And, of course, when the other guys at the line, they're screaming and going crazy and all that stuff. But
yeah, I'd rather have noise.
Yeah, at least a little bit, huh? Step back 3 for Greg Boyle. A.B.
Yes, sir. What a read.
It was right there like it was a pass from Boyle off the rim.
That's exactly what it looked like.
Tied up at 66. That's when Anthony Barnard's at his best. He's not a guy who necessarily going to drop a play for all the time, but when he does all those little things. Solid defense right there as he walled up nicely on Bassett.
Yeah, you felt Bassett get frustrated on that play. But better defense by the Pride.
Good extra pass. Irvin
yes.
wide open. And his 3-point attempt wouldn't go.
It's a good look. All right, Boyle.
Good hustle from Boyle to come in with the steal, and kind of all worked itself out. I think the Pride thought Bassett may have traveled when he got the rebound, so the Pride get it right back. Tie game, they can retake the lead. Over 10.5 minutes to play still in this second half. Lazy pass here. Bassett read it. Comes up with it, but Allison hustling back to get it. Pride can have numbers if they hustle. Allison spinning. Fakes the shot and scores.
Such a determination in these guys today that we did not see last night. This is a completely different team. Great mentality. It's been tough from the get-go.
Touch foul here in the backcourt on Anthony Irvin. First on him. Already 5 team fouls, though, against the Pride. It's only 1 more to give before Lake Superior State's in the bonus, and we've still got half of this second half to play. Some substitutions coming in for Steve Headinger's team. We see Malik Adams come back in. So their starting 5 is out there minus Dan Few. And Wren also now, minus Bassett, I should say. Few is in there, and Brandon Allen is for Wren. Adams fakes the dribble handoff, goes underneath. Extra pass, Fisher, Allen's the shooter. His three wouldn't go, but it's tipped right back out to him. He'll try it again, and this time it's good.
Wow. A quick shot, but felt like the second one was more comfortable than the first.
Boyle on the drive and kick. This guy can shoot it as well. Irvin just a bit short. Miskevich, though, on the tip out back to Irvin.
One more hustle play from Miskevich today that's kept the possession alive. I mean, he hasn't been the main scorer, but I tell you what, right now, to me, he's got MVP.
Under 10 to shoot. Nobody moving as Boyle's got it. Allison now at the logo.
Three.
Irvin's got to shoot it. Irvin, dribble, fake, fires. Three, got it.
Got away. The extra move, the extra hesitation, got his balance back under his feet. The rotation, so nice. Really good looking stroke from Anthony Irvin.
He had missed two before that, but even his misses look pretty comfortable.
Don't they?
Mm-hmm. That's the sign of a good shooter. Every time he shoots it, I think it's going to go in. Adams, that one way short. Don't forget as well, all of our threes brought to you by Strachan Van Til. We'd like to have a few more in these final 8:45, at least for the home team. Friel's in the middle, a lot of space, so he'll pull the trigger and knock it down.
Yeah, he feels comfortable. We've seen it early on. He was the first one to score in this game off a three. So I like that. You know, he's dominating in the paint. That's great, but if you can move him out to the free throw line or extended, wow, you're really giving something to your offense.
Fisher tried to split the double team, goes on the deck, still fighting, and the officials will tie it up. Jump ball, which means it'll stay here on the arrow. The shot clock reset to 20. It shouldn't, unless they change the rules that I'm aware of. Should be 14 seconds. Yeah, and the officials are on that. It would only reset to 20 if it changed possession for any reason, but it did not. So it should be a 14-second shot clock, and we'll get that corrected before they inbound the basketball. 4-point lead. PNW, Malik Adams ready to inbound it. And they're going to get Anthony Irvin on a hold as Fisher cut right down the lane. He had a bunch of room in that spot. Had four guys, or three, I should say, outside. And obvious call right in front of the officials. That was the final Pride foul to give, so Lake Superior State's now in the bonus the rest of the way. Bassett had a pretty good look, didn't want to shoot it though. They eventually find Adams from the corner, and another three from that spot wouldn't go for him. Pride can add to their lead here. Like to see Friels or Miskevich get some touches underneath the basket. Irvin the shot fake and a foul called, and maybe would have not liked to see a call because Allison would have an open
exactly.
three.
I could have done without that.
But the officials get it. It'll be Pride basketball after this time out, a 4-point lead and the ball when we come back.
Biology major Adam Rich is on a first-name basis with his professors. Through these connections, he is already doing hands-on research, placing him a step ahead on his career path. At Purdue University Northwest, we call that powering onward. Students determined to succeed find a home at our two vibrant campuses in Hammond and Westville, offering 70 areas of study, NCAA Division II athletics, hundreds of student activities, and more. It's your turn to power onward. Learn more about Purdue Northwest at pnw.edu. That's pnw.edu.
2 segments left in this one as we have reached the under 8 timeout. 7:54 on the game clock. Pride will have it out of bounds underneath the opposing team at Lake Superior State's basket. A chance to add to a 4-point lead. Things got a little bit hairy here in this early second half, all of a sudden we looked up at the scoreboard and Lake Superior State was up 8 points, but since then, Pride have been really good. They've outscored them by 12 points.
Yeah, it was good to see them.
4-point lead.
Sorry, it was good to see them respond so quickly because you didn't want to see that run get to a double-digit lead. They let it get to 8 and pulled it back in.
Important 3, remember, by Greg Boyle.
Yeah.
And the timeout by Boomer Roberts to get everything reorganized. And since then, that brought him within 5. Since then, it's been all P&W for the most part. And hoping to continue that for the final 7:53. Boyle, tough inbound from the very corner spot, able to find Barnard. And want to go to Miscavige. Unable to get it there. He's working on Fisher. Friel's on top. And a foul underneath, and they're going to get Justin Fisher. He's fighting hard in there against Miscavige. That is a matchup the Pride would win a lot of times if they can get number 33 the ball. Both teams now in the bonus the rest of the way. Lob off the inbound.
Whoa.
Miscavige tried to jam it. Rebound came back to him. He fights for it on a jump ball, and it will stay with P&W. I don't know how Miscavige was able to almost dunk that and still come away with a almost rebound and get a tie-up, but he did.
Hustle. Plain and simple. I mean, we if he made that dunk, we're submitting that to SC Top 10.
Pride inbound it. Barnard in the middle, left hand, good touch. And a good inbound play right there.
Got to be said how much better of a game AB is playing today than he was last night. And you saw the effort was there. It wasn't a lack of effort. It was just lack of execution. And I like it. He's taken one more half a beat, get his composure, and take the right shots instead of trying to force in it. That's what I felt like he was doing last night. Today he's not doing that.
Got 12 points today. Fisher is open for 3. Good rebound. A small guard, Colvin, in there, but he had his second chance attempt blocked away. Allison in the corner. Goes to Barnard. Lost it as he tried to make a pass, and that was maybe going to be a highlight reel as Vince Miscavige was standing right underneath the rim.
You felt it, right? It was coming.
6-point lead for P&W, now under 7 minutes left. Jairus Friel's guarding ball handler David Wren. Wren, the step back, fade away, and he knocks it down.
Yeah, shaking his head too. He knows nobody can touch him today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm Lake Superior State, he's the guy that I'm getting the ball in the hands to pretty much for the remainder of this game. If he can dump it down into basket, that's a good idea, but David Wren has dominated.
Allison trying to answer, had a good look from 3, missed it. Miscavige came out of there, and it was deflected. It should stay here. I was going to say, he said it was deflected. It was definitely off of Miscavige's hands.
Yeah.
It was official just pointed the wrong way. It happens. So the Pride have it on a good hustle again from Vince Miscavige. Barnard looking for an inbounder. He finds Allison. Miscavige wanted to go to Friels, wasn't quite there. Goes to Boyle instead. Shot fake, extra pass. Allison for 3. Miscavige again on the offensive glass and another possession.
Beast on the boards today. That's exactly how you can describe Vince Miscavige. Just been a beast all over the offensive glass, too. How many plays have we seen stay and get another life because of his efforts? Yes,
Back
sir!
cut and a jam.
Yes, sir!
Jairus Friel's loving that, asking for his bench to get excited. Pride up by 6. Great dish as well from Allison on that. Colvin trying to stem the tide. He knocks down the 3.
Boy, this Laker team's tough, man. They are resilient. You're not going to get out of here without a fight, drag down, 3-point game. Love the competitiveness this afternoon. This has been a good one.
Miscavige has Robinson on him. They find him. Outside for Jairus Friels. He's cut off on the drive. Boyle. 5 to shoot. They go to Miscavige. Here comes the double. He's got Gyro underneath. able to find him, missed it, got his own rebound, and puts it back in.
Nice.
Late shot clock. And still aware, no panic from Friels or Miscavige. 79-74, the lead is 5. Pride looking for some stops now. Just when it feels like they're starting to gain control, some big-time buckets from guys like this. Wren, baseline short. And there's Vince again for another rebound. Interesting matchup to see Jairus Friels guarding David Wren.
Yeah, right?
Thought maybe it was a switch one time, but he's been on him every time. Boyle, great shot fake. Got his feet set and hits the three.
That's a big one. That's a big one. That's going to force a timeout, and I love it, forcing coach to take it before the media timeout even hits.
And we said we wanted to see some more threes, brought to you by Strachan Van Til in this final 8, and we're seeing one here with about 4 minutes to play. As Coach Headinger's timeout will take us to the media timeout, 82-74, and we can guarantee highly contested minutes coming up when we come back.
There's a lot at stake in the manufacturing process. Rightly so. Your business serves a vital and important part within your industry segment. From rail, to energy, to off-highway, your products are highly engineered and require top-quality craftsmanship to withstand the demands of continuous use and extreme conditions. Multiple industries rely on Hammond Machine's quality manufacturing processes for parts that need to endure tough environments and meet rigorous industry standards.
I welcome you to take a closer look at Hammond Machine Works and consider us for your next project.
Four minutes, 12 seconds to play in this game here, this GLIAC Conference game. Lake Superior State, PNW. And the Pride, down 8 earlier, have now grabbed the lead by 8 themselves. And it's been a variety of things, but the ball movement, especially inside, they've gotten some really good looks in close range. And Barnard, Friels, Miscavige have carried this team in the second half so far. Now we'll see if the defense can carry them the final 4 minutes. C.J. Robinson, Bassett with AB on him, and the high post here extended. Good little shimmy, got to the rim and had it blocked, but the officials will say goaltending.
I was going to say, that was an incredible play, again, by Vince. I mean, he's been all over the place today.
I think his hands may have gone through the net to block that. I'm not sure. It was close. But a bucket will count on that goaltend play. So it's 6-point lead for the Pride now with about 3.5 left. Barnard inside. Corner, Irvin, shot fake, steps in, hits the 2. Big shot from Anthony Irvin. He's hit a couple of them today. Off the bench. Showing that he can be a solid performer for this PNW team, especially from downtown most nights. Inside to Bassett. Bassett, little hook underneath to get away from AB and put it in.
Not much you can do to stop that, but right now it's so critical. This is probably the most critical possession in the game so far. You feel Lake Superior State trying to ease back into this game, to fight their way in, I should say, not ease their way back in. So the Pride have got to take this possession and score and make sure they stay dominant in this game.
Got to keep taking care of the ball, too. They've been much better at that today. Late post up from Miscavige, left hand. Still wouldn't go, almost got his own rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Miscavige, and it's the official standing all the way at halftime all the way at half court for some reason, making the call. And that's a big foul because for about the last 7 minutes, Lake Superior State's been in the bonus.
Yeah, that didn't make much sense because to me it looked like he was just going after the ball. Nobody was really boxing him out, and I think that's exactly what Boomer Roberts is trying to tell the officials. Like, hey, listen, Nobody had a body on him. He's just going up for the ball. He didn't go over his back.
Keemon Bassett will go to the stripe here. And a chance for a 1-and-1. Front end for Keemon Bassett, and it wouldn't go, and Anthony Barnard clears it away. Another big possession, chance to run some clock and get a big bucket. Don't forget, too, PNW also in the bonus. So definitely don't want to shy away from going inside. Don't want to settle for jump shots.
No, you just need a good shot here. And I like the motion.
Irvin.
I like the shot. I'm okay with it.
And Barnard fighting for that rebound still, and he might have had the first one, and he's a little banged up behind the play. 5-on-4. Colvin, the trailer, fires the three, and he knocks it down.
Oh, boy.
Big-time shot from the sophomore and a whistle.
Yeah, AB's going to need some trainer's attention. I feel like that's what the whistle got blown for. He's been grabbing his side.
Yeah, I don't know if he hopefully didn't strain something going up for that. You know what I think happened, actually? Miskevich and he came together on the initial attempt, and I think he may have hit the back of Vince Miskevich into his rib area.
Yeah, he caught something. He caught a body.
I wouldn't want to hit number 33 either.
Thank you.
2 minutes left. 3-point lead. And the basketball. Free throw line. Miskevich lob to Friels. Count it and one.
That'll work. That's a big-time play right there. Great call by Boomer Roberts. The set shot, the high-low pass. Your two guys who have carried you this afternoon, Jairus Friels and Vince Miskevich. That's the big guys working together right there. Who said big guys can't pass?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was probably said a long time ago, but in today's game, you can't say that. It's a positionless game.
Friels at the line for a big free throw. Every point crucial down the stretch here. Free throw wouldn't go for him, though. 5-point game still.
And Boomer Roberts is being held back by his assistant coaches right now. He's really fired up.
Malik Adams works on Irvin, cut off. Now gets it to Bassett underneath against Jairus Friels. Miskevich coming to double team him. Bassett nowhere to work. Trying to go to Fisher, but he couldn't handle it. Boyle, though, threw it right away. Adams is open for three, and he got it.
Oh, wow. What an unfortunate series right there. A sequence where great defense could have dang near secured this ball game. Instead, we've got a 2-point lead with a minute left. I got chills.
1 minute exactly now to play. Boyle goes baseline. It's Cooper off the curl. Down the lane to the bucket. Big time shot.
There you go, Coop.
Good patience for Cooper. We've talked about that word today a lot. Didn't settle for a tough mid-range jumper. Instead got to the rim. 4-point lead, 45 seconds. Adams trying to answer. Almost had a chance for three, but he will shoot two.
I got to tell you, I'm surprised right now that David Wren is not in the ball game for the Lakers. He's kind of been their guy. I'm okay with him being out. It's fine. I'm just saying, I'm surprised he's not in.
We'll see what the mindset is from both of these coaches down the stretch. AB ready to check back in. You want to have your best free throw shooters if you're PNW on the floor, but also your best defenders. But you're caught between a rock and a hard place, right?
Yeah.
You still got 44 seconds, so you need... I'm sure Steve Heading does, especially right. If you make this free throw, you're going to want to play defense here. Some confusion about the timeouts. I think they thought maybe PNW only had one. Boomer Roberts making sure they have two, and they do. And both free throws from Malik Adams, and that's what it looks like. Steve Headinga with a 2-point deficit, a 2-point pride lead, will elect to play defense here with about 14 seconds different between shot clock and game clock, and Boomer Roberts recognizing the importance of this possession. We'll call a 30-second timeout. We will stay here and set it up for you. 33.7 officially on the game clock here. Shot clock reads 20 seconds. So after a rebound attempt, if the Pride missed this shot, if you're Steve Headinga, you got about 10 seconds probably. He can call timeout. But let's start with Boomer Roberts and what he's drawn up right here.
What I'd like to see is the ball get to Vince or get to AB, period, right? Get to zero, which means get inside the paint, perhaps a high ball screen and roll, let the guards come off that corner and drive. Because today, the way that Mikal Cooper and Greg Boyle have played, they've stayed so low. They've forced not only the Lake Superior State, their big guys have to come off of help, and that's where that drive and dish has been open so much because they've been so quick. That's what you want to see. I'd say high ball screen, roll to the basket, get your guy off of you and force that other defender, that post side help to come up. Drive, dish, and a dunk, and we'll take the dub. That's what I like.
Sounds good to me, I'll tell you that much. If it works out like that especially. You already called one thing today with that Steve Heading a technical foul, so be nice to be 2 for 2 in predictions today.
Take that.
It's Cooper to start it. And Pride will try and work as much shot clock as they possibly can. 8 to shoot now. Boyle comes to get it. Looking to get it to Barnard. It wasn't there. Boyle has to drive. Miscavige, ball still loose on the floor, and this will be a shot clock violation. Should have been, wasn't called. Now 10 seconds. Fisher, and they'll call a timeout with about 8. 7.8, in fact, officially. Steve Hettinger will use his final TO, and we will step aside shortly. We'll come back, and we'll set up this play. 88-86, Pride clinging to a 2-point lead.
Biology major Adam Rich is on a first-name basis with his professors. Through these connections, he is already doing hands-on research, placing him a step ahead on his career path. At Purdue University Northwest, we call that powering onward. Students determined to succeed find a home at our 2 vibrant campuses in Hammond and Westville, offering 70 areas of study, NCAA Division II athletics, hundreds of student activities, and more. It's your turn to power onward. Learn more about Purdue Northwest at pnw.edu. That's pnw.edu.
This conference is as tough as any, and we hear a lot of Big Ten country in Northwest Indiana and here in the Midwest. And there's some people who will tell you every single night the Big Ten delivers. Well, the GLIAC in Division II is probably as close as you get to the equivalent to that. And this game delivering so far, 88-86 Pride on top. They need to stop, and if they get it, they're going to go to the locker room. I would say go home, but they're already home. They'd go home victorious here tonight, but Lake Superior State has some big-time shot makers. We'll see what they've got.
Well, something else to consider, could you foul and put them on the line for 1-on-1 and force them, a poor free throw shooting team, to try and tie this game from the line?
Well, you can bet who's going to get it. It's this guy right off the inbound. In the corner, Bassett. Colvin comes off the screen. Miscavige right in his face. Colvin, too, he's going to have to hoist it. Colvin tried to force it at the buzzer, and no call, rightfully so.
Great
and
job.
The Pride defense stands, and they win it 88-86.
What a great job today. Defensively, the MVP. Offensively, the MVP. All over the boards. Vince Miscavige, no surprise that he comes up with a game-winning stop. Mano y mano.
Okay, a little confusion. There's no music, there's no fans, so all of a sudden I was wondering if the game was actually over or not.
Yeah, here we go.
88-86 is the final in this one, as the Pride come away with a win and a well-earned, hard-fought victory against a very good Lake Superior State team. All right, well, we had a bunch of threes today by Strachan Van Til. We've also got one big-time sponsor that we want to make sure we talk about as well, and all of our other ones we've seen on your screen today. But Laborers 41 sponsors the most valuable player, and there's some prime candidates, I would say. So it may be a tough decision for you, but I think you might have given away your hand a little bit earlier today.
Listen, not a tough decision today for me watching the way Vince Miscavige hustled out there. I think he made this game. To me, he gets my vote.
Miscavige today, 32 minutes of action. Only had 9 points, but he was all over that score sheet. 16 rebounds, 7 assists. He blocked 3 shots. He was really, really solid today. And we will have a conversation. I'll tell you what, I'll let you do it if you want to.
I would love to, absolutely.
All right, so we're going to step aside real quick, Ben, and we'll come back. Boomer's going to send me somebody up here, and we will talk to them. Brooke will talk to them quickly. So 88-86 our final score. We'll step aside, we'll come back, and we'll see. We're kind of playing like a flip of the coin. We'll see who we get a chance to talk to. Maybe you'll get Vince Miscavige.
I hope so.
We shall see. Back after this.
All right. All right, we are back here getting ready to set up the post-game interview with the men of the afternoon, Mikkel Cooper, who finished today with 18 points, 6 assists, 14 of those points, Mikkel, coming in the first half today. And I got to say, watching the start today versus watching the start last night looked like two totally different teams, right? All right, tell me the mindset last night versus today.
Last night, I mean, it was tough for us. I mean, we definitely we was definitely ready to come to play today. We definitely shouldn't have lost last game. We don't feel like we should have lost. So we came out today fiery, played with passion. I mean, that's what happens when you get a dub.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all about getting to zero, right? Getting inside the paint. And the decisions were much better, much crisper. Yeah. So what is the difference when you're able to make those decisions versus, last night where it was a little – felt like you guys were trying to play fast.
Yeah, we were definitely trying to play a little too fast. When we get in the paint and play with poise, everything will work out for us.
Team effort today. You got to love what you saw all across the board. Tell me about Vince Miscavige. My man was all over the glass.
Vince, that's my boy. He's a dog. He's a monster. I love playing with him. He's a monster. I love playing with Vince. He's a dog.
How important was it to get this win? You got a team that's very competitive. They've got a number of solid guys on that roster. I know you didn't want to let those guards outplay you today.
Definitely. This win was big for us. I mean, credit to my teammates. I love playing with them. This win was big. We want to keep moving forward. Now we're looking forward towards our next matchup.
So what's next? What do you guys kind of continue to focus on to get another win?
Just playing. Defense is a big part of our team. We got length, big. I mean, just defense. Just defense. Playing defense will get us dubs every time.
Yeah, it was a defensive stop that got you guys the seal in the win today. So congratulations, Mikkel. It was a huge win, and you had a big part of that. 14 points in the first half. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mikkel Cooper, congrats to him. And hard-fought victory today, 88-86. Big one for the Pride, and they will head on the road now to play Davenport. The women's team playing Lake Superior State, unfortunately they've lost 3 games now this year. Or it's hard to keep track. I think it's 3. I think they play tomorrow. 3 games, and 2 of them now by 2 points. So tough loss today at Lake Superior State, but they're hoping to get a win when we see them next time, Friday, against Davenport. We'll be excited to talk to Coach Locke and her team trying to turn the corner like Boomers is as well. But to just kind of finish the discussion on this one, a big win and a big defensive stand at the end.
Yeah, we'll try to hold it down for the ladies next weekend, bring them some luck. But today, a sigh of relief, I think you could say. You got your identity back, and that's what I feel like the Pride can walk out of this gym saying, hey, we know now we are a defensive team. We can win the game with defense and rebounding. That's what it proved to me.
A lot of fun today, as it was yesterday, but a little more fun today because Pride had a lead and a win and some more points than the other team. You just got to score more points than the other team. It's that easy.
Oh, is that how it goes?
It's that easy. It's that easy. And then everybody has more fun. All right, for our great crew here and for my partner, Brooke Weisbrod, as well, I'm Sam Michael. Have a great rest of your evening. I know there's a lot of football tonight. If you're staying with us here on WJLB and JED TV, we'll have a high school basketball game tonight at 7, Maryville and Munster. Should be a good one in boys action. A rematch of the sectional semifinal from last year and a really good basketball game. One of the last great games we saw of that 2020 season with, of course, the season ending a little earlier than everyone wanted. But for everyone I mentioned and myself, this has been a presentation of college basketball on WJOB and JED TV. Enjoy your day. We will see you next Friday here at John Friend Court.